Good morning, everybody. We are coming at you from Vietnam for the very first time in our morning, and I've got the wrong screen up, but here we go. We're still work in progress trying to set everything up, but go ahead and fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, because today we're going to be talking about the Trump v. Biden election. Sorry about that music. All right, anyway, I'm going to hand it off to my boy Sash here. How you doing this morning, Sash?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm a little hectic trying to get all this tech set up, but I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic while I keep working on it. I'll show you how to update these scores here real quick, and then you can get everybody updated on what's going on. You see the scores at the top of the screen where we've got Trump 50 and Biden 75. So I'll show you how to update these. Then I'm going to keep getting the tech set up rolling, and yeah, take it away, Sam.
All right. So, from what we know so far, Biden has won Colorado. Trump. Where do I put this? All right. So, Let's look at CNN. CNN is projecting that right now Biden has 94 electoral votes and Trump has 72. So let me put that in. Save. Where do I save? Just press enter or what? Control S. Okay. Now. Okay. What do I? Biden. Text. Yes, Trump is at 72. Yeah. 94. Right. All right. So CNN is projecting that Trump has won South Dakota, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I think that Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, Kentucky, and West Virginia. And Biden so far has won Colorado, New York, D.C. Okay. Okay, yeah. Wait. All right. And again, so basically the states that you would expect to go Republican have gone Republican, and the states that you expect to go Democrat have gone Democrat so far. And right now, there's not too much coming out. Hey, Josh, you want to live stream CNN? All right. Oh, here's some very interesting news. Cory Gardner has lost his Senate race to John Hickenlooper. I'm from Colorado. Hickenlooper was the former governor there. Mitch McConnell wins re-election in Kentucky. It's not really surprising there. The one Senate race that I'm really keen on watching is Lindsey Graham versus Jamie Harrison. That's going to be very interesting. Oh, here's some weird news. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the massive QAnon supporter, has won a seat in Congress in Georgia. But we kind of knew that already. What else? Right now, I'm watching the Michigan one. Only 33% of the ballots have been reported, and it's got Trump at 54% and Biden at 43%. In Arizona, you have Biden at 53% and Trump at 45%. In Georgia, 56% are reporting, and it's 55% Trump, 43% Biden. Ohio, 74% already in, and Trump has a solid lead at 51%, with Biden at 46%. And North Carolina, they're neck and neck with 89% showing in. Florida, wow, 94% in Florida have reported, and Trump is at 51%, Biden is at 47%. Pennsylvania, 36% 37%, I mean 31% have reported voting, so, and they have Trump at 57% and Biden at 44%. Texas, 80% have reported in, and Trump is at 51 and Biden is at 47. Virginia, wow, look, wow, 55% have reported, and Trump has a solid 52 to 45% lead. California, no one's really voted yet. Well, no one's really reported the counting yet. So yeah. So as of right now, let's see. Biden still at 94, Trump still at at 72. Did he pause the live stream?
No, I didn't. Keep going. I'm not sure what you're talking. I'm just trying to get the second monitor up and running.
All right. Now let's go to foxnews.com, see what they're saying. So on Fox News' commentary, it says that Trump has a 63% lead in Michigan. In Arizona, they have an 89% lead for Biden. Pennsylvania. Now, Fox News is projecting that Jamie Harrison lost to Lindsey Graham, which I'm actually kind of surprised by that. It really seemed, it really seemed like Lindsey Graham was done for, considering some of the really stupid things he said over the past few weeks. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is. I was totally expecting Lindsey Graham to lose there from the media display. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get the second monitor up so you can see what he's looking at as well.
Fox News is reporting that the Democrats have regained control of the House. Well, they are retained, and but there's still a battle for the Senate. What else? Cory Gardner losing in Colorado makes me very happy. But yeah, in the major cities like New York and Chicago, the riot police are out in full gear. So yeah, let's see.
Sorry about the behind the scenes look of what's going on here, guys, but I'm doing my best. We got Sash totally blocked by that monitor, which I'll fix.
Remember when we talked about this? A Trump-Biden tie could lead to President Nancy Pelosi.
Yes, I do remember talking about that
News
on
right
our
now.
first podcast. I think we talked about that. Whatever's gonna go on, it's. I know I can't move it right now. I'm in the middle of other stuff. Let me add here, display capture.
All right. Wait, let me take a picture real quick. All right. For the Snapchat. So, okay, now it's being projected that Trump has 115 votes and Biden has 129 votes. Let's see. North Carolina is dead heat right now. It's a massive toss-up. Ohio is 52% Trump with 87% reported voting. Oklahoma went to Trump, no surprise there. Fox is reporting that Utah has been won by Trump, no surprise there. The one we should really watch out for, though, is Texas. Imagine if Biden wins Texas. Joe Biden has just won Illinois. No surprise there. They're historically blue. So the polling in Texas, the 64% are reporting. Wait, I already said Texas, I think, but 49% Trump, 49% Biden, 64% reporting. It's on a spectator index. Let's go to a more recent poll. Wait, the camera's off? Wait, I'm looking at the polls, dude, fuck. Okay, now, let's see. Okay, now, okay.
All right, guys, sorry about that dead air time. We're going to try to pick things up here in a little bit. What's that?
Show the
Hold on a second. So what I've got to do right now, because my second monitor is not working, is I got to do a little reconfiguration on OBS. You guys are going to see some of that. I do apologize. So Sash, are we still sitting at 7294? Has anything been updated? And where did you get that number from?
Okay, the first number I got from CNN. Now I'm on Fox, and they're reporting that Biden has 133 votes, and Trump has 115. But then CNN is...
All right. Looks like for the moment we've got no one watching, so I can take some time to fix this. We're going to go into two camera.
But CNN is projecting Biden has 98, Trump has 95.
All right, so what do you see that's going on that's interesting, since you're the one looking at the news right now and I'm not just yet? What are the most interesting developments? You said Texas is at 64%.
Yeah.
How many of those counties are complete in that 64%?
I'm not sure entirely, but right now it's going Trump's way.
Right now it's going Trump's way, you say. All right, so...
This entire election is going Trump's way.
All right, so now back that up. What do you see that's showing that?
All of the states that are reporting more than 50%, like Pennsylvania and Florida,
Right.
are going way towards Trump's end.
I see.
Ohio, too. Imagine if Trump wins California.
That would be something.
Not likely, but we'll see. Not likely.
All right, let me see if my hotkeys are working here. Looks like they are. Excellent. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to bring up a new display capture so that you guys can see what we're seeing here. And we're going to check out some of the news together. Not the best start we've ever done. Maybe we should have started a bit later, but we're learning. I've got some loud...
It's only our 5th episode.
Something like that. All right, let's go.
Or 5th, yeah. It's our 5th episode. And we're doing it at a completely new location.
One camera, one PC. I need to add a display capture. And it's going to be mine.
How do you think the U.S. is going to look if we have 4 years of Trump or 4 years of Biden? Like, what scenario do you see for each?
What scenario do I see for each one? That's an interesting question. So I think that if Trump wins, we're going to see much of the same. We're going to see more polarization. We're going to see more tribalization. Things like that. I don't know.
I do think his second term is going to be way different. I think he'll be much more toned down. He's been, during this election cycle, he's been way more toned down. He hasn't really toned up the rhetoric as bad as he did in 2016.
Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to you much because I'm having some tech issues here. Not able to display even my own screen for some reason here. I'm trying to work through that. What are the numbers again for Biden? For Texas, because that really interests me probably the most. They were saying that Biden was in the margin of error already. Give me New York Post. this saying good? Oh, right here. So I think I'll be able to do something like this. Guys, just bear with me. I'm doing my best to try to get this up. Window capture. I already did that part.
Biden wins New Hampshire.
All right, I do have a way for us to get some gravy on the screen. Check that out. Now just got a continuing of Austin bringing in quite a few Democratic votes, but it doesn't really look realistically that it doesn't look realistically that it's gone blue already. Oops.
Like you see so many people from blue states moving there. Like I thought it was for sure going blue.
I don't think just yet. I think we're still a pretty long way away. Hold on, my mic stand's not quite right yet. Boom, 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 boom. I can't twist it at that angle.
You hungry?
I'm not worried about food. I'm still trying to get all this tech set up there, Sash. That's absolutely the farthest from my mind. I wouldn't mind a drink. Is Raj here yet? I was hoping to do a masala tea with him. No, I guess he's not. Hey, there he is. How you doing, Raj?
Raj, come say hi. No, don't be.
Oh, no worries, no worries. You got to talk into the microphone. I don't know if anyone's there.
For a productive day. The turnaround for elections is really high. That is important.
Yeah, it's actually historic.
I think he's talking about the turnout to his restaurant, not the turnout to. Yeah, that would be wonderful, Raj. Some masala tea would be absolutely excellent.
I know sugar, please. Thank you. I don't like sugar in my tea.
All right, so we need to update these numbers.
It's going to be funny.
And let's go ahead into 2, and let's see if I'm doing that right. Nope, I'm not. It's 3 that I wanted. All right. I still have not mastered this microphone stand just yet. There, I think that's what I want. Yeah. All right. I think that's working. It looks like my levels are all right. I'll check them here as well. Remember,
1, 2.
we don't have our headphones in yet, which we should get in to make sure, just in case anybody starts watching. Oh, somebody is watching. It's Dan. Hey, what's up, Dan? How are you doing today? Are you still with us? We're having tech issues getting set up live from a restaurant at the moment, so we're doing the best we can. Let's pull this into 1 camera mode, and let's see if I'm doing that right. I am. Excellent. I'm getting better at this stuff. All right, so our score right now from New York Post is 118 to 108. They don't have an interactive one, which I'm going to go check out in a moment.
Wow.
But let's go into Texas like I wanted to do before. Let's take a look here. I'm going to jump in here. So taking a look at this, we see Austin go blue as always, and we're seeing Houston go blue, which isn't that surprising. And then border countries, I guess. Yeah, border states, border counties, borders of counties. But this is pretty much, this is solid. I think a lot of the fear porn was being reported over that, and it seems to be a lot of nonsense to me.
There's no way Trump loses Mississippi. Come on.
And here we're going to look at my home state,
Maryland.
Maryland. It's a dark, dark day. I didn't even vote this time, but nonetheless,
Biden won.
here we are. What's that?
Biden, Maryland is historically blue, right?
Yeah, Maryland is always, always, always blue. And even my county, my county's not reporting anything in. All right, so nothing's reporting in but Howard County, and they pretty much are already, already calling it. That's pretty funny, but since it always does go blue. Hey, what's up,
How are
Sega?
you?
Why don't you take a seat here and take over my mic so I can get the second mic set up?
It's getting hot. I need the fan.
Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and get into your shirt and then come on out. And I got to get this second mic set up. It's Vietnam. It's going to be hot. We're going to live with it. Yeah, Dan's here listening passive. All right. I am really kind of just trying to get all these tech things worked out because I don't have a second monitor like I anticipated, and I'm falling behind. Let's take a look and see what the headline of Drudge Report is, and then maybe we'll listen to some clips because it's 5 minutes from additional closings. So it's going to 3. We've got them calling 135 for Biden and 115 for Trump. Clashes are beginning outside the White House. We're going to take a look at that one in a moment, and let's see where they're bringing us for national map results. But it looks like Politico. How many people are reporting in, and do we have any kind of total vote numbers? So
Okay,
it's
North Carolina
5.
is solidly going to Trump right now.
All right, why don't you take over my mic for a little bit, Sika, and I can get back to doing technical stuff. Do you guys want to take a look at some more news articles, or would you rather have just a
I
camera?
wanna see that shirt. That's a cool shirt.
That's funny. All right, so go ahead and jump in here, Sika.
Just say hi.
Yeah, just talk to Sash, and he'll update you on what's going on.
All right. So what is going on?
So, right now Biden has the lead, but it's starting to look like it's going to go in Trump's direction. Big time.
Okay.
Big time.
Which one? Ah, yeah. These ones.
Okay.
Okay. Should
you,
I
Raj.
update the scores?
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Masala.
Right now, Biden
I
has
was just gonna ask you for one of
133.
133. All right.
And,
So Biden has 133.
Yeah, and Trump has 115.
135 for Biden. Okay.
I'm on Fox.
Okay. I didn't see it update, but
I have to save it.
okay. Just save. Not save as.
Raj?
Cool. All right. And what's Trump
Actually,
at
no,
right now?
Biden has 195 now. Fuck.
195. Come on. All right.
All right, so here we are back. 195 for Biden is what's changing. So Jessica, you'll see 3 Firefox tabs down there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click on that third one for me.
Third one.
That's right. And now hit the number 3 on the numpad right there.
Number
On the
3.
physical keyboard.
Okay.
Nope, numpad. There it is. Good. Now the people can see your screen as well. So
Oh, cool.
go to make a new tab and go to drudgereport.com. And then through there we will get to Politico and see why it just jumped up to 195.
Now Biden
Yeah, they still have 135 on
Biden's
Drudge.
207 at Fox. So click that national map result right there. And this is the Politico that Matt Drudge has decided to use for this election. And they're still low on it. So Sasha's looking at Fox
Oh,
News
they
on
just
its own.
updated.
Oh, 209.
209.
All right, so I'm guessing California just closed then.
$209.
Yeah, give that a save.
Trump is at 119 now.
I'm fixing Trump's right now.
Yeah. All right. So update that to 119 as quick as you can.
119.
Go ahead, save that, and let's scroll down on that map and see the differences. So California did get called, which you know is 55 points. Oregon and Washington, which Trump had zero hope for anyway.
Yeah.
So this looks to me like a pretty solid Trump victory. On all he would need is Nevada coming in. So Jessica, open up a third tab here and Google Interactive Electoral College map, and let's go ahead and make our own and see what the scores are at. Because it seems to me that we're following closely in the 2016 trends. We're seeing a lot of the exact same states go the exact same way. Pennsylvania hadn't been called yet. Is that correct? Go back to that fourth tab that you had open.
This one?
Excellent. So
Pennsylvania.
is leading Trump, which is very surprising with the reporting and the polling that we've seen coming into the election. But it's exactly what we would expect realistically.
Yeah.
So
Can we pull up the maps from last year?
we
To-
can
to
absolutely
completely
So
compare
if you
the
want
two?
to go into your DuckDuckGo tab there.
Well, I was doing that for
Yeah,
you, the electoral.
College Interactive Max, the road to 270. Click on that. CNN.
Okay.
I guess we'll use you for now. But we're
CNN.
not turning
Oh,
ad blocker
my.
off, so please don't ask.
We're not what?
Turning ad blocker off. All right, so jump into that map and build your own. Okay.
All right.
Let's give Texas to Trump.
Texas to Trump.
All right, let's give Florida to Trump.
Florida to Trump.
Yep, let's give Wisconsin and Michigan to Trump.
Wisconsin and Michigan. Whoops,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I give Minnesota to Trump. Whoops.
Iowa.
How do I undo that one?
Iowa.
Iowa to Trump.
And now give Pennsylvania to Biden.
Pennsylvania to Biden. All right. How do I? If I
Pennsylvania-
just
think you
click
keep
on
clicking.
it. Oh, just keep clicking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just click on Pennsylvania to Biden.
So
give
then I
Nevada
can-
to Biden. Give
Nevada.
Colorado to Biden. I think Trump still can't win Colorado, but I'm just saying.
No,
Arizona,
no,
give that to
Colorado's
Biden.
locked.
I meant Nevada. Yes, you're right. Colorado, Trump will not win. I meant Nevada.
Arizona to Biden.
And then
Georgia.
the battleground is real.
Yeah.
So
North
Georgia,
Carolina.
North
give
Carolina.
to Trump.
Georgia to Trump. Oh, oops.
Yeah. Well then. All right. So put Minnesota back in the battleground.
All right. So that's
Yep. And then he's at 250. So he's got to win Ohio, Minnesota, or North Carolina if he takes Pennsylvania and Nevada, which is pretty interesting.
New Hampshire went to Biden.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Give that to Biden. I assumed that. All these goes to Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't
What about
give
North
predictions
Carolina?
It's a
North
toss-up.
Carolina, I don't know. Biden could come for that one.
Gigantic
Yeah.
toss-up right now.
Gosh.
All right, so guys, I'm going to put Tess and Jessica back in the conversation. I just
All
want
right.
to take a look at that. I think Jessica wants to talk about 2016 maps on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that one up. How do I do that? 2016. Sorry. Keyboard's so far away because the mic is in the way.
Florida has declared Trump the winner.
All right. No super surprises there, but okay. So
Full-on
final.
declared Trump is the winner, or
Yes.
you're just saying Fox News is declared? Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Probably a Wikipedia page, Jessica. Do 2016
Okay.
Electoral College results.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Biden is losing. Biden is actually winning in Iowa.
In Iowa?
Yeah.
Huh.
That went firmly to Trump back in 2016.
Yeah,
While
that's
only
what I'm.
61% are voting.
Oh gosh. The news is ridiculous. Actual results, final results, election results. Which one would you like? Would you like what we said? Would you like what actually happened?
Between Trump and Biden in North Carolina, Trump is only.
Do I have to
leading
hit
by
3 again to
70,000
show them, or
votes.
are they still seeing everything? All right, cool. You guys have been seeing me go through everything. All right, so that's the real one we have, and then this was the one we made. Sorry.
Sorry.
Not good at this. All right, so Arizona went to.
I'm looking, dude. Shit. Calm down. Wait.
Arizona was red last year,
I
or
gotta-
last election. Sorry.
Wait. Okay. Wait. Wait.
Nah.
All right.
It looks like
Ohio.
It's,
About what you're reading.
Okay. Ohio. 91% have reported, and 53% are supporting Trump. Ohio seems.
93 for Ohio.
No. Like that's just the amount of people that have been polled.
Oh, polls.
Yeah, 93%.
90.
Sorry, so what I'm trying to clarify with Stash, because he's the one looking at the results right now, is whether he's talking about 93% of Trump or whether he's talking about 93% of precincts are reporting in. But it looks like Jessica's right in front of Politico, so she's going to pull this up on Ohio. Is that right?
On Ohio?
Yeah, and if you don't see it, then go to Fox News where Sash is looking, so Sash can pay attention to the screen and
Okay.
then just talk about what's going on. I've almost got the third mic up and running. Style of the mic, that one's got to be on the stand. It's almost impossible to hold. Here you go.
All
All
right.
right. I'm pulling up Fox News.
Also go on CNN as well.
I was on CNN's Electoral College, but do you want me to go to the actual
If you click
results?
on the stage, drill down on the stage, you should get the results. Click on Ohio. Is what we're talking about. Oh, no,
That's the interactive, this one.
Click on Ohio. That's Politico.
Oh,
Click on Ohio. Go back to Politico.
yeah. Interactive, we gave it completely to Biden because of that seems to be the trend. What else do we see that
Gonna have to come down to which states will it come down to this time?
in our interactive we said Minnesota, Ohio, and North Carolina.
Ohio seems like it's going to Trump.
Huh. Well, if it goes to Trump, then he's so close. Like then it's entirely down to. If Ohio does go to Trump, then it's entirely down to, well, to Minnesota and North Carolina.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were. It
Closer
looked
to the
like. Oh, okay. It looked like you were disabling mics, so I didn't want to talk. Oh, cool. All right.
So the biggest surprise of tonight has got to be Lindsey Graham regaining his seat. I thought that guy.
What happened?
Lindsey Graham won again.
Oh,
I thought he was a good honor.
wow. Okay.
Like some of the really stupid things he said over the past few weeks made me think that he was going to lose. But it seems like he won his seat again.
Yeah, it looks like in 2016, if we're still going off of our own interactive one, In 2016, Minnesota went blue,
No,
and North
no. Oh, yeah, Minnesota
Carolina
did.
went red. So in our interactive, if we give that one to Biden
I think that's gonna
and
go
this
to.
one,
I predict that Minnesota will go to Trump this year.
really,
Yes.
you think that he's going to take all three of what we considered the battleground states?
Yes.
Wow.
It comes down to the fact that you had those riots in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, true.
And that pissed so many people off. I think that would be it. I think Minnesota is firmly going to Trump.
But there's the fact that we have to consider that if Biden,
Right,
whereas
stop.
if Trump gets elected, we'll probably see them continue. So
But you
wouldn't
have
it
to
make
realize, though-
sense that the rioting states would go for Biden just for peace?
But most people don't see it that way. Like, Trump has done a very good job at blaming the Democrats for this.
I guess,
Because,
but
because look at the cities this is occurring in. Portland, Minneapolis,
mhm.
I think New York as well. I'm not sure. But it's mainly been in blue cities where the civil unrest has
Mhm.
taken place.
What's Kenosha's politics?
Yeah. Kenosha, I think
That was another big area. yeah.
Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure.
Wisconsin, yeah, I thought Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin is leaning Trump, but it's not over yet.
Okay. Only 59% are reporting. Oh, it's about to rain.
Oh, well, we are in Vietnam. We are in Vietnam. Rain happens.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be the dry season now.
I think the dry season is a myth. Like, just from what I've experienced in Vietnam, the dry season is a myth. All right, then I really want my tea.
All right, go ahead. I've drank mine. Not yet. Is there any left? I'll take that last sip.
Can you pass me some napkins, please?
Thank you, Raj. All right, I'm back down here. Let me see if all the levels are going well. I haven't looked at the chat in ages. All right, so this is pretty. Iowa is now edging towards Biden, kind
That's
of.
interesting. That
Yeah,
is
kind
interesting.
of stronger than I would expect it with 67% of expected vote in. There's got to be some dishonesty around that number. We're going to check that in just a moment. Now let's see if I can get another microphone working. Bum-ba-da-dum. All right, we're going to enable this. Go ahead and talk into that microphone. Remember, you got to talk into their side.
Yes, I can.
I'm not sure yet. All right, do give me another test, Jessica. All right, so my computer's picking you up, but OBS is not just yet, so I'm going to have to jump into that. Now I'm the one doing dead radio. This is terrible. All right, active sources only. Yeah, right. That's exactly what's going on. Sorry, still learning.
We gotta move the table in.
We gotta move. Calm down. Okay, everybody, calm down. You are now going on things I care 0% about. Don't need to be so worried. All right, this is really, really interesting. Taking a look at these, I would like to get a better feel for how much is reporting. Ain't got that ready yet, Bobby. Got a friend from LA actually wanting to give me a call and tell me what's going on. Maybe I should answer that. What's up, my dude? All right, you
We don't really have a speaker.
what are the streets like outside right now? All right, go ahead. Yeah, it's all I can hear right now. Yeah, I can hear you. So what's the vibe in Cali right now? All right.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we? We're still at 207.
All right, and I'm back. I'm not a very good host, but
But neither
I'm
am
back.
I. I'm still pretty new to this.
yeah, I mean, at least you guys have been doing it for a couple of times. This is the first time I'm here.
Josh has been doing this longer than me.
Well, I mean, YouTube, yeah, but not really radio. All right. Oh, we're feeling some rain here in Vietnam. We might need to move our table closer to the center of the restaurant. So,
All right.
what were you just looking up?
I was looking at if there's been any change in the votes.
Has there been?
Wait, I'm checking.
If there has, Politico has not updated yet. Ah, CNN. They may not be called tonight. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, if you go outside and you see something else, give me a call and let me know an update. I'm gonna go back to my stream here because I got dead air for a second. I'll catch you, man. If you see something, I will. I'm still working out the tech of how to get someone to call in, but I should have that done soon. So if you see something, give me a holler over text, and I'll figure out how to patch you in. All right?
All right.
Yeah, I think that will work. All right, man. Catch ya.
Minnesota's leaning blue.
Sorry about that. So that was my friend in LA who was driving all through a bit there, and he said that everything seems really peaceful. He was worried up in Orange County if there might be some Trump protesters who are already out demonstrating, if they might not have something to say after a Trump loss. You see, you're cut out of the frame here, so I need to fix that.
That's all right. I'm not really doing much here, but
All right. Well, I'm not sure how to get. Maybe I need to do this. I don't know how to get another audio input capture, but I think I just figured it out. M1.
wonders of technology.
Yeah. All right. I think that mic will be live now.
The
You
blue
wanna
one?
give that blue one a test there, Sash.
Test mic 1 2.
Wow, that one's super loud. Try it again.
Test mic 1 2.
All right, so we're gonna turn the volume down here.
Is that the blue one?
Yeah. And then Bring that up. Give it another test there for me.
Test mic 1 2.
All right. So we've got that third one working.
Still working out all the kinks, but
Yeah, that's exactly
we're getting
right.
better.
So I'm going to jump into my seat there.
Okay.
And hand this off.
I bet our sound is wild, especially with the street behind us. I wonder how well we're able to be heard. I haven't checked the chat in far too long. We haven't lost all of our viewers yet, so we must be doing something kind of right. 9 is our latest score here. As I was saying, I just got a call from a friend of mine living in LA, and he said things are pretty peaceful, and honestly, he said he was worried about the Trump voters. I think what Sasha and I need to probably loose our lips, it is 11:24 in the morning here in Vietnam. I think it might be time for a beer. Stika, will you call out a bay beer for me and a glass? I think that's what I need.
As they
No.
No, I'm not going to be doing shots.
No,
I'm
I'm
a
not doing
respectable
shots.
adult. So yeah, if you could call that and then fix that camera so that we're all in the frame.
Three of us are in the
Yeah, might
frame.
have to back
Okay.
it up a little bit.
No, not me. Just Josh. Just
This
Josh.
is a beer. You're bringing the camera closer to include more people in the shot. I'd just like to point that out for the audience. Well, if the audience was wondering why the camera was getting a smaller shot. All right, now point it towards me.
So
A little
90
bit that way. And then, no, not that far. In between the two. There you go. And then make it tilt up. Yep. There, not so far. A little bit less. There you go. We're good.
All right. So CNN says that 94% of the votes have been tallied, and they have Trump at 50% in North Carolina, with Biden at 48.7.
And they're saying 94% of the expected vote is in on this. Interesting. You've been looking at Fox News most of the time, is that right?
It's actually CNN.
But when Fox News, awesome, thank you, Raj. Fox News, we are seeing Arizona has flipped.
Wait, Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona went for Donald Trump in 2016, no
Really?
question. Thank you, Raj. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
shit.
Absolutely. Georgia, we're expecting without question. Iowa, so Fox News has 603% has Trump back in the lead. Let's take a look here at our Politico map, and let's see what they're saying now. Remember the one that we made for ourselves, we said Minnesota, Ohio, or North Carolina, any of those could put Biden in a firm lead, assuming he does flip Arizona. And
Imagine if
we assume Pennsylvania.
I haven't drank any water.
I think that's your water that was just delivered. So, guys, fill your cups with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and let's just try to get along because who knows what's happening. This is looking very Trumpy to me, though.
Trumpy, okay.
Very Trumpy. Wisconsin, they're putting Iowa back, and Pennsylvania. Remember that consideration. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking away
Remember
from
the
my
mail-in
mic.
ballots, dude.
Dude, the mail-in ballots can go into the toilet after tonight.
Imagine though if they like come out 1 week later saying Biden won.
Yeah. Thanks, Raj. If they come out,
Yeah, that's been my prediction for a very long time.
if they come out 1 week later and say Biden wins, then we've got
Riots in the street.
Bush Gore Part 2, right? But no, much easier because there's an incumbent. There's a man in the White House that would have to be dethroned or kicked out.
and go get Trump out of that White House. I'll watch.
And now you have the right wingers riding.
Don't chew into the microphone for the love of God.
Okay, sorry. But
Turn it off while you're chewing. We've also got your control here. Sorry about that. We haven't eaten today. We just got here, so when the owner put down some food on our table, we all jumped on that. We'll be a little more considerate about chewing into your ear. I know that's one of the grossest things in the world. So, what things that I'm finding most interesting right now is that, no, Arizona doesn't surprise me all that much, but it's such a heavy margin that I'm a little bit surprised.
Same here.
And how many people are we looking at? So how many people are they now saying? How many people are they now saying actually have voted? We've got to be in the 150 million already, right?
That's
Probably more.
insane. How many people vote on average?
Like 120, 130 in 2016. More people voted in 2008 than 2016. 2012, I think, was a lackluster turnout. The time Obama won, it was a huge, unbelievable turnout. I'm not really sure what the levels are like. Jessica, give me another test in that microphone.
Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh,
What
we
is
got
that?
thank you so much.
Cake.
Is this happy birthday Navi cake?
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
All right.
Thank you.
How good can this get? We get cake.
Hey.
Get cake, man.
Raj told us he was going to cook us
Cake.
delicious breakfast, and he delivers cake. All right. I'm an American. I can roll with those punches.
Cake for breakfast is an American tradition.
It
What do you
definitely
think donuts
is.
are?
Right. Donuts and Pop-Tarts alike.
Don't forget pancakes. They actually have cake in the name.
Trump has gone down to 117 on Politico. I find hilarious. I'm not sure who they took from him. I do wonder why Nevada has got nothing. Are they like late closers or something?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this cake is fucking delicious.
It's a lemon meringue cake, and it's awesome. So, I don't know. This is looking all stars for Trump. It really is all the way through the board. I don't see how he can.
Trump train keeps on rolling.
Trump train has no brakes, so they say. What I've been told in the memes.
Yep. We're going to keep winning until we're tired of winning. Apparently.
So, my friend in LA is going outside to see what he can see how everything's going in the outside world. That'll be pretty interesting for us to report back to. I'd like to see if we can get some news talking. I wonder.
This cake is delicious. Holy shit. Oh. Well, why'd you mute me?
Sorry for the dead air, guys, but cake is delicious.
You guys are killing me. I want to stab you both.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, we're not going to do that because we don't support violence or we'll get kicked off of YouTube. Let's take a look here. I'd like to see a list of the poll closing times. I think most of the continental U.S. is already closed. $270towin.com. All right, so 6 p.m. I'm guessing these are all Eastern time zone because there is no daylight savings time going on. It just ended 3 days ago. And so we see, where are we now? 11, we saw California, Idaho, Oregon, Washington. So, yeah, all we've got left is Alaska and Hawaii. Everyone is closed, and everyone's just continuing to pull in. But let's see what's going on right now on CNN Live. I bet it's pretty hilarious.
Are they losing their minds like they did last year?
I think they're. This is
You're right. Those advertisements fooled me pretty well, I guess. This isn't CNN, it's Yahoo. Yahoo Finance,
I got to go on
ABC.
CNN,
It looks like they're not streaming to YouTube. What fools. How could they just give away the Zoomers' love? There's no way they'll ever be relevant after this election, ever, ever, ever again. Like, airports can only keep you so much. So, we've got her talking, and I'm pretty sure if I unmuted, everyone's going to be able to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Probably expected,
There it
but
is.
Texas, of course, something that seemed in play late in the race, and some of these polls that, frankly, they were media polls, they were internal polls to the campaigns, to the super PACs. I mean, we had so many numbers to work with, and just like in 2016, frankly, most people who were reading those polls were all thinking that we might see a major realignment in the Sun Belt in this election, and that's just not happening. And Democrats were also very confident about potentially taking as many as winning back as many as 15 additional seats in the House of Representatives, and instead they're seeing some surprising losses in places like Miami-Dade County. They didn't pick up a couple of seats in Texas that they were really optimistic about. A congressman in Staten Island.
She really brings up a valid point. We haven't taken a look at the House of Representatives or the Senate battle at all right now. Not really much reason why.
I'm turning my mic back on.
All righty. You've still got sound up on the board. You're back live. Cool.
So, I told you a few minutes ago that Fox is reporting that the Democrats have retained control of the House. Really? Yeah.
Fox is reporting that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can find anything relating to that.
Imagine if the Senate goes blue.
Well, I think we'll see Mike Pence as president for at least a minute. I mean, it's a pretty funny thought. I don't see how it could actually happen.
The whole scenario about Pelosi becoming president is much more likely.
Well, no, because if Trump wins as clearly as decided as it's looking,
I mean, yeah.
so the Democrats are suspected.
Something. They're
Yeah.
going to pull something, man.
Are there clear rules as when you can contend victory? Are
I'm
there
not sure.
backings of it has to be within this or this or this?
Yes, December 13th is the last day. Well, remember how it works in America is every state has to vote, right?
Right.
Not every person. So the states will have their own laws which state when they need to have their elections decided. And the government has set one law saying that by December 13th, all states must report in.
By what?
December 13th.
Okay. That's by law. Okay.
Federal law.
So this is going to drag out for a month and a half then.
It could. I mean, how long did Bush v. Gore drag out for?
I wasn't even here.
Yeah,
There.
we're too young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bunch of Zoomers at the table. Dag on. All right.
We're pretty old Zoomers.
Yeah, your grandfather's Zoomers, so I can say, okay, Zoomer to you. But besides that, you're just the boomers of Zoomers.
I think I'm much more of a millennial.
Yeah, you're not.
Huh?
You're not. If you don't remember Bush v. Gore, you're not a millennial. All right,
Last
so I
time
want to
you
know
said
Bush
if you
v.
don't
Gore.
remember 9/11.
You don't remember 9/11, you don't remember Bush v. Gore. Court
That's
case.
not-
They were back to back, guys. It
Really?
was the lead up. Yes.
Bush
You
v. Gore was
stupid.
2000.
And 9/11 was.
2001.
That's back to back.
That's a
Thank you.
year.
Decided December 12th, 2000.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
9 months away.
after a giant. Yeah, that was back to back then. You guys don't even remember because you've lived in a Zoomer world your whole life. 9 months of two things happening was back to back in
Not
1999.
in 2020, it's not.
True.
In 2020.
True. In 2020,
it's just every month had something new.
Yeah, right. That
I
is
don't
true.
even remember half of this year.
Corona. There, I just brought it
That
all
could be
back.
the alcohol, though.
No, it's not even that. It's just January Kobe, February Corona. Then you got oil prices going negative. Nobody remembers that.
Where
Right.
did the murder hornets go?
Huh?
Where did the murder hornets
The murder hornets.
They're still
They're
kicking.
gone.
No, they're still
no
kicking.
one talks about them anymore, except for memes of bringing up where did they go. Like, that's how relevant they are.
I think the murder hornets turned to be a too complicated trope. Nobody could tell if they were just normal hornets or if they were like a special kind, and we had no video evidence of them. It was like NASA ran the whole project.
Well, NASA did declare that aliens exist.
And that the moon is within the Earth's atmosphere.
What?
They just found water on the moon again and said it was new. Yeah, I swear they find water on the moon every 3 or 4 months, and they're like, oh, look, water on the moon, we found it. And everybody's super happy.
We lost it, then we found it again.
So, in the House race, the Dems have retained control. Not that surprising. I don't know how many of these have actually been flipped.
That one QAnon supporter in Georgia won.
Yeah, I heard you read that aloud.
That was pretty stupid, but
The Dems have flipped one seat in the Senate. Do we know who that was? Collins?
one seat in the Senate.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, it was Colorado.
No, it looks like Collins won healthily. Colorado, you're saying. Let's take a look there.
Corey
Gardner lost to Hickenlooper. He got destroyed, it
That's
looks
what
like.
he deserves, man.
Oh, yeah? Is he Bad News Bears?
Basically, it started with Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions wanted to go on a marijuana crusade there and take out the pot and shit.
Nice.
And then Corey Gardner was in the middle. Basically, Gardner told people, I only voted for Sessions because he promised not to come for the weed. But then Sessions comes for the weed. And that's when it really started. And just Colorado has just been trending blue for a very long time.
I see. That makes sense, man. I don't know why Jeff Sessions would be like, the weed in Colorado instead of, the heroin in Baltimore. But that's Jeff Sessions for you. Effectively ineffective.
No, but he got fired right after that, though.
Sessions?
Yeah.
He should have been fired long before.
Yeah.
He should never have been given a spot.
No, that
All
guy's
right.
a fucking...
I want to hear a little bit more about what Corey Lewandowski is saying.
Sit here right now in the 11:30 hour to think about having anybody come down and call anything.
Oh, that's not suggesting calling, but I was wondering if we would hear from him at some point.
Yeah, I don't think that's been determined yet. I think we're going to wait and see some more of the results as they come in. But I can tell you, as we sit here right now, we're very comfortable knowing. That
I
we're
was
gonna win
looking
state
in
of
the
Texas.
chat
We have
for a
won the state of
while.
Ohio. We've tracked this very, very closely. I know the network's uncomfortable in calling some of these states, but we feel very comfortable with our position in Georgia, our position in North Carolina, and as we continue to go through this exercise, we know that the message that Donald Trump has given the American people over the last 4 years is resonating, and that's why he's continuing to win.
If it comes down to Pennsylvania, Corey, it could be a few days, could be longer. Those mail-in votes, they have time to count them. They couldn't even open them until tonight after the polls close. Is the president prepared to be patient to make sure that every vote is counted?
Around.
The president, of course, he wants the votes counted. We have to make sure.
I don't think people can hear you when the broadcast is blaring. Go ahead. I muted it.
I'm surprised that Corey Lewandowski is still there because if you look at it, everyone around Trump has either been indicted, they've been to jail, or they've turned on him.
You're saying you're surprised Corey Lewandowski stuck around 5 years almost. I think he was named in 2015, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm surprised he's been around that long.
Well, I think he's jumped. I think he's jumped through some hoops, and I think he's changed roles a few times. And I think Trump has a history of keeping loyal people around him a long time. And so,
I mean, Michael Cohen, he turned on him.
Well, hold on. He kept Michael Cohen around for the long time. How long was Michael Cohen Trump's attorney?
For like 13 years.
Right. That's a long time.
Fair.
So.
But it's like right when he became president, though. It's like his entire administration has been a revolving door.
Oh, yeah, it has. Because you fuck up, you walk the plank. Like, he's had so many people sell out, and he's had so many people just trade their opinion completely and talk about how bad Trump can be. And like when you talk about that, like what do you expect him to do? He's gotta keep a revolving door. Like, absolutely, there's no question. I don't see any other option for him. He's got people leaking things to the press. He's got people leaking things to the FBI. He's got no choice but to keep a very, very, very tight ship. All right, and you're still eating. All right.
Yeah, I'm really
well, then turn that off and put that down. I don't want to have to baby your mic volume because you can't pull the mic away when you gotta chew. So anyway, we'll go back into listening to what NBC is saying. I want to hear. She's outside the White House now.
There is no anticipation that we will actually get a decision before the morning hours at the earliest. Savannah.
All right, Hallie Jackson, going to be a long one. We'll fit in a quick break right here. We'll continue with Decision 2020 election night coverage in just a moment.
And of course, we tune in right as they're going to commercial. So they are going to roll out, and we're going to stop watching them for a time being, because what is more repulsive than commercials in this world? We are bringing it to you 24/7, not a commercial break, just times when Sash chews into the microphone. But besides that, it's not so bad. And I guarantee you, advertisements are more repulsive. So Colorado flipped a single Senate seat, probably because Gardner didn't protect them weed. But nothing else seems really all that close. Oh, wait, I spoke too soon. Montana, Bullock, and Daines. We got Daines up 1% with only 34 of the vote in, though, so that's really, really difficult to see. And they need 4 flips in total. Well, I guess, Collins did win, and you can count her a Democrat, but she came through when you needed it. She put Kavanaugh in there.
What state is she from?
Collins is Maine, I believe. Let me double check this. Click that Maine button. Collins and Gideon. Yeah, Collins is Maine. But the House of Representatives really was the referendum on, is the red wave being lied about and suppressed by storm? Is the red wave really happening? And we see no evidence of this, but when you look at what's her name, AOC, and you look at Ilhan Omar, like, the people of Minnesota did not vote in Ilhan Omar. You know that. And
well, there is actually one thing to take into consideration with that.
What's that?
Minnesota has a gigantic Somali population.
Not gigantic enough. Like, I know it's gigantic compared to Fairfax, Virginia's Somali population, but it's not gigantic compared to the Minnesotan population in Minnesota.
But you have to realize a district votes her in.
I do realize that, and there's not a Somali district in Minnesota. And especially not ones with voting rights. There are ones on visas. There are ones on green cards. Green cards can't vote.
That's a fair
Refugees take years and take literacy tests and take history tests to be able to get to vote. Like, it's a Fox News talking point that Somalians put her in, and the left is freaking fine with it because Murdoch is their controlled opposition. All right,
That's a fair point.
we're going live on Facebook.
What was that guy you were listening to about the voting, of the messing around with the voting on Sam Tripoli's channel?
Dr. Shiva, I think.
Isn't that the guy who claimed to like make the internet? Shiva.
He claims to have invented. I don't know if he says invent. I think he says invented, but invented's a dumb word to talk about when you're talking about
The internet?
the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I am live on Facebook. Facebook seems very hard.
Facebook sucks.
Upcoming live videos and events.
Now.
Like I had one, and I've clicked go live on OBS, but I'm not sure if it's working. So Dr. Shiva was running for House of Representatives, and pretty obviously his ballots just were cheated from him. There was an algorithm designed to count his ballots at a lower ratio than his opponent, and he's been complaining about this on quite a few popular channels. Sam Tripoli's tinfoil hat being one. I'm trying to get Facebook going, but let's see if I can do that.
So the Spectator Index is reporting that the Nasdaq futures surge because Trump is performing better than they thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's a little bit
Futures
interesting.
are surging.
That is a little bit interesting. So, after all this, Trump still is better for the market, huh?
Oh my.
All right, let's see if this is the button to go live on Facebook.
Cross your fingers and knock on wood.
Spectator is now reporting that, Fox News projects that Trump has won Ohio.
How close was Ohio?
Mhm.
It was leaning red, right?
Yeah, it was leaning red. Let's go to Fox.
Oh, pull up our.
Hey, guys. It looks like we are now live on Facebook. We're coming at you from Vietnam. So good morning for us in Vietnam for another 9 minutes, and then a good morning to you from Vietnam in 9 minutes. Go ahead and fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, because today we are covering the elections. Right now we've got Biden sitting at 209 points, and he is being trailed by Trump, the hopeful Trump, at 119. I think Sash is saying to me that my numbers are way wrong. So, Sash, what are we at? 223 Biden. That ain't 270 yet, bitches.
And 166 for Trump.
Uh-oh, 66. Trump, the devil confirmed. There it is. We are absolutely positive that that's what's going on. Politico seems to be a little bit behind. They really do. Take a look at my screen, guys. Here we go. 209 for Biden and 120 coming in. So has Nevada been called in what you're looking at there, Sash?
No, Nevada is still blank.
It's a beacon of shining, shimmering vagueness. That's excellent. All right, Nevada's not getting us any love whatsoever, but I guess Texas is still comfortably Trump. And what about Pennsylvania on the polls that you're looking at?
Let me look at it. 1 minute.
I need to learn a little bit more about... Oh, no, I haven't hit the go live button. Motherfucker.
Okay, so
I'm going to have to do that
Pennsylvania,
whole thing again for Facebook.
Right now it's 56%
Yeah.
for Trump and 41% for Biden.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you again because we're still not live on Facebook because Facebook is a retard. Good morning from Vietnam Election Day Special. Go live.
No, he's from Delaware. He was
Not what he keeps saying. He keeps saying.
Talking to the mic, Sika.
Oh.
You're an actor. You should know this.
Right. Sorry. I thought we were waiting on you. I thought we weren't live.
All right, guys, we are now finally live for realsies this time on Facebook. It's not the event that I scheduled on Facebook, but nonetheless, it is a live event happening right now on Facebook. I have my scores out of date, sitting at Biden at 209 versus Trump at 119. In just a moment, we're going to go to Sash and explain why that's wrong and what the current status is. But I would like to remind you that we are good morning from Vietnam because it's still morning here for another 6 minutes. But if you're coming to us from the U.S., and especially if you're East Coast time, you've got 6 minutes until the morning. So, my friends, please fill your cup up with whatever bitter brew you're drinking because today it's Trump v. Biden. Sash, why don't you tell me how many electoral points does Trump really have?
Fox News right now is projecting 204, and for Biden it's a 223.
204 and 223. That means the last time I looked at the map, I am way out of date. You told me a moment ago that Nevada still is not reporting. Is that correct?
Hold on, let me check, dude.
That's pretty interesting. Nevada has normally
Nevada
is
0% reporting.
all right. They might be.
Wow.
Perhaps they could be a caucus state, which means only like the county will report a single time. I'm not so sure if there are any general election caucus states left, but Nevada could be something weird like that. It's only 6 points. Trump is the incumbent, but I kind of have a bad feeling that Nevada, because of some of the casino back alley deals, might flip to Biden today. So I'm on the Politico map here, and now that people can see it, we're showing 209 to 120. So I've got a couple questions for you. Is Texas still staunchly red in the Fox News map?
Let me check.
All right, Sash is going to give us a check on here. I am following my own advice and filling my cup up with a bitter brew. We've got Pennsylvania on the Politico one still reporting strongly for Trump, so that's such a good example of all that fear porn. Now, of course, the talking point may be that since Democrats are super scared of COVID, they might have all cast their vote early, and Republicans have big old balls of steel, so they casted their votes now when you're supposed to. All right, Sash has an update. What are you telling us about Texas?
Yeah, Fox News is reporting that Trump has officially won Texas. They have that check mark there.
All right, so that explains, if we go back to what we've got on the board, we have Trump at 204 and Biden at 223. So that Texas edition there is probably pretty strong. What about Pennsylvania? Has that been called? Because we're showing on Politico with 54 expected votes in a 56% for Donald Trump, which is expected, but compared to what they told us on the news and the Rasmussen polls where Pennsylvania was falling, it absolutely is a different story. So tell me, what's Pennsylvania looking like on Fox News?
Okay, so right now, it's only 54% are reporting in. So, and what they've got is 56% Trump, 41% Biden.
So it absolutely is showing the same thing that I'm showing on my screen here, and that is a Trump slaughter fest. That is more what we expected from the good people of Pennsylvania. We didn't really expect that Philadelphia and Pittsburgh could pull their entire state down to the ground. But here we are with a lot of good wins and secures for Trump. We see that North Carolina is still showing about 2% in for Trump, which is pretty strong. North Carolina was one they were worried about, and Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Florida, every single swing state there is. Trump, 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 Trump. What do you make of that, Sash?
I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I really thought he was about to lose.
The media did a pretty wonderful job making us all think so.
Yeah,
but
he did. Last time, I actually thought Trump was going to win.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Sasha and I did a really interesting episode of Good Morning from Vietnam maybe 2 weeks ago where we started to look at the Drudge headlines every single day leading up into the election in 2016.
Yeah,
and those headlines said, what'd they say, Sash?
Trump.
Trump, 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 Trump. Like they really did. They talked about Hillary's falling numbers, and now we can see that in the past 2 years, Trump really has soiled away from Matt Drudge's good graces or whoever got the keys to his server. You know, like it. He's
Basically,
dead.
The rumor was that Matt Drudge became a victim of Trump's revolving door policy.
I believe that Matt Drudge is 100% CIA and has been CIA since his foundation in the 90s. I think the only way he was able, you guys are Zoomers, so you might not know this, but Matt Drudge wrote a story once. Matt Drudge didn't always post other people's stories. Matt Drudge was the man who broke the Monica Lewinsky-Bill Clinton scandal back in 1999. He had an email list, and he would send good news out over the email, and sometimes it was racing tips. And he would just talk to people in L.A. and send emails out. Total CIA, total intelligence guy. And then in 1999, he broke the story of his lifetime with Monica Lewinsky and with Bill Clinton. He got impeached, much like our beloved Donald Trump here. Hail to the hammer and sickle. I don't think you can see it there. I'll have to lean in a little bit later, but
Yeah, I
can't even ironically tell if I'm being unironic or not. Am I being unironic ironically, or am I being ironic unironically?
I just don't think you care.
There it is. And I like Vietnam, and their government doesn't bother me much. My government bothers me way more than the Vietnamese government does. So if you ask me who I'm a bigger fan of, guess what? It's them. The primary goal of a government should be not to bother people.
It seems like the U.S. is the opposite.
Yes, be as bothersome as you can.
Bother, bother, bother.
Bother, bother, bother indeed. Oh, my. All right, guys. So if anyone's listening there, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all the chats. We are live on 2 different YouTube channels. Sincere Geodesy, my YouTube channel studying about geodesy. We're also live on Facebook on my personal channel. And then, of course, the main channel for the podcast that Sash and I do every Monday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, excuse me.
Daylight savings.
No, not daylight savings. We've kept it 7:30 through daylight savings. We changed our time.
Yeah.
To keep it the same time because Vietnam is smart and they don't have daylight saving times because you can't save daylight. Like, you have the same amount of daylight every day because, like, it's the daylight. And that's how daylight works.
Daylight?
You can burn midnight oil, but doing it during daylight is dumb. And that channel is, guys, Good Morning from Vietnam. We're still a pretty small channel, so you'll have to set your channel filter to search channels only, and then we will be the second hit right under a Vietnamese music channel with some advertisements. So Politico seems to be slow on the draw. I wonder if Drudge has abandoned them yet. I'd like to pull up to Drudge's headline and see where they're at. The OBS is not with me yet. Here they are, 209-120. Yep, they're still rapping political. They probably have these automatic updates, but here's what's interesting to me, people. 50% to 48.5%. What do we take those percentages to mean? Are they now chances of who will win, or are they how much of the general public vote has been submitted for each of these candidates?
That's a good question.
It is Matt Drudge, fix your shit. You're being ambiguous.
Ambiguous. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, I think it's an accurate way to put it, actually. Like, oh no. I just realized when we jump into this stream, Jessica's audio is not even a part of it.
It's not working?
There's Jessica back. Well, I apologize, guys. I didn't realize that in certain screens, Jessica's audio is disabled. So I was cutting out my own little sister in her Kanye West shirt.
Yeah. I don't know if they can see it.
No, probably have to step up.
Yeah.
I can't have your microphone and a second camera because I lack a USB hub. I could give up the mouse, but I like the mouse.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. All right, we are in CBS News, which is what Drudge recommends for the Battleground Tracker. We're going to go back to NBC. Let's check real quick if it's a commercial. It's too slow to load, so we're going to look back over here. Everything seems to be slow. Alabama, this is the Battleground Tracker, and you lead with Alabama? What? Drudge, once again, maliciously ambiguous. So we're going to go back, cut this off, and see if we can get this. Let's see.
Are they still advertising stuff?
I'm not sure. The audience can't see them. They're looking at just us.
Ooh,
Fresh fruit juice.
What is this?
Mixed fruit juice being brought subject to our host, Mr. Raj.
That is delicious.
Looks like Joshua didn't get one. He's in the mic right now. Here comes more.
Thank you very much, Raj. I appreciate that tremendously. Cheers.
That is delicious. Yeah. This is no sugar? No added sugar?
No sugar, no.
Yeah.
I have a friend texting me, actually from India right now, and she's wondering, oh no, is it Biden, is it Biden, is it Biden? Because Biden does seem to have more points. But he's got the points in the wrong places. He's just got them in the wrong places. NBC, I'd like to listen to her. She's not as dumb as she looks.
That's really not the case. So that's something that's got, I think, Democrats a little bit on edge as we head into what's looking increasingly like a pretty long process of counting ballots in this, what they hope is a rebuilt blue wall. That seems like it's going to be the question we're trying to answer here for a while.
And we're just flagging that Alyssa Slotkin, one of the Democratic women, Michigan, elected in 2018, CIA background, Pentagon background, she's down considerably, and that's because it's same-day vote, not early vote. She's told her supporters in a live stream, we're not going to see results tonight, we'll reconvene tomorrow.
Okay, so they're calling it at night because they feel like this early vote is not going to get counted tonight, so you're not going to have an accurate reflection of what's going on in Michigan.
We've got another call here. You see it on the screen there. Virginia, NBC News projects that Joe Biden will win Virginia's 13 electoral votes.
In Idaho, the president has won Idaho's 4 electoral votes. In Georgia, it's a squeaker. It is too early to call. We await
Squeaker in Georgia, that's kind of hard to believe for me, to be honest. But they're saying North Carolina's pretty comfortably Trump. They just said Idaho won. Oh, my goodness. Look at that, Pennsylvania. That's amazing. It's nice to see the expected votes here. Let's listen to them a little bit more.
However, we are projecting that Joe Biden has a lead there.
Minnesota, it is too early to call. Michigan, too early to call as well.
And let's go to Texas. Too early to call, but the president has jumped out to a lead there in Texas, so we continue to watch that one. In Wisconsin, too early to call. We were just discussing that one with Chuck.
Iowa's too early to call, as is Montana. Nevada, we're just starting to see our first votes coming in from Nevada. That's too early to call. Hawaii.
Nevada was one mentioned by Corey Lewandowski of the Trump campaign as a potential pickup for the polls haven't suggested that.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see still that 1% there in Nevada. It seems like they're being a lot more conservative, so they're much more like our Politico friends here, where Fox News is just like, report all the states. Trump, 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 Trump. So 204, 223 might be a little calling it. Like some of those things like Pennsylvania where he's got a 10% lead, like I just don't know how you are going to argue that there's a likely chance. In the beginning was a senator.
OBS is disconnected.
Reconnect OBS is going down. We're trying our best. Maybe I'm streaming to one too many, but it says that the OBS reconnection was successful. So we are back here, and I'm kind of amazed. Like this is. So what about the theory that all the polls were done without any lies or any cheating, and it's just people straight up lied to the pollsters about who they support.
I don't know if I can believe that there's no lies or cheating in this day and age with this government, with this politicized.
All right, so let's assume that voting matters.
Okay.
Let's assume that. Let's operate from there, saying if.
I would like that.
Okay, and so let's assume it. Okay, so if that's the case, and Biden and Trump were really duking it out to see who gets to be president, and Biden really wants to be president, and Trump really wants to be president, why would people who think, and people like them, why would they lie to make Biden voters feel more comfortable when that results in them being more likely to be lethargic to get to the polls? And it's more likely to make Trump voters be like, holy shit, we have to vote. Why would you lie to say, why wouldn't you make everyone believe it's a really tight race? It's a really tight race. You got to get to the polls or Trump, the devil, the literal Hitler will win.
I'm not sure. With 2016, I think, and when we saw a similar thing where they never even really considered a Trump victory. Now, you were looking up on Drudge earlier that they were calling Trump, but with stuff like CNN and NBC, and there's compilations on YouTube of just people realizing slowly that Trump is going to win. And the idea that they never thought in a million years, but I don't know why they would repeat the exact same mistake.
So Jessica's talking about the anchors. Do you remember that, Sasha? Have you seen one of those videos where the news anchors on election night just like melted down?
The Young Turks, that was a funny one.
Young Turks was definitely one of the best.
That was the
but
funniest.
There was an NBC, there was a CNN. Like they weren't the one. They were the most. They were the most ragey libtardy.
Like Cenk was like, oh, if we gotta rely on Florida, oh fuck.
Yeah, so I think the compilation usually leads with the Turks, or it like flashes back to them all night, like women are